Well, magandang umaga, everybody. That's good morning in Filipino. What I wanted to do today, we got home finally last night to the coastal home, Joanne and I. So I wanted to show you all the gifts that she brought me from the Philippines. She brought me so many gifts that she couldn't fit anything in her suitcase like her own stuff, clothes and things, because there's a custom in the Philippines called Pasalubong, and that means bringing gifts to people when you travel. Usually it means bringing gifts when a Filipino travels, they bring things home to family members from wherever they were. But she is very generous, and she also does it in the reverse and brings things to the people she's visiting. When she came to the States, she brought also for Chelsea and daughter Rachel and new granddaughter Emerald, and for my parents. So very generous and interesting custom. First of all, I will show you. She brought me a very nice medallion necklace, a cross, that she got in the Philippines. It's a good heavy-duty one, and so I am wearing that today, and I like that, and it gives me a good feeling. She also brought, I will show you before I forget, whoops, she brought me this. It's called Barong Filipino, and what that means is it's kind of like a more formal wear for going out on the town or going, to a function or an expensive dinner or something like that. It's a same style as Barong Tagalog, which is a very formal wear made out of pineapple thread, a pineapple-based fabric. But this one is a little more comfy because I have ultra-sensitive skin, and the pineapple could be just a little rough. So this one is, but you can see it's a nice piece. I'll wear it sometime on a video. So that was very nice. I've tried it on and it's perfect. We'll put that over there. And then I will show you. I've got a lot of great stuff here. And in future videos, I'll do some taste testing on the video while I'm, but for now, I'm just going to show you. We got some peanut bars. I can't test everything at once because I gotta keep the blood sugar low, but these look good. I haven't tried it yet, but they look yummy because I love anything peanut butter flavored. So, and I kind of like the sound of that package, all right? She brought also, they have these things in Europe and in the Philippines, but they're different in Europe, the ones I had. They're called pillows, and I really like them. They're kind of like cereal, but various flavors. And this one, though, is more Filipino than the one I got in Europe, because this is taro, which they call ube in Filipino. Ube-filled crackers. Now, if you've had taro in Hawaii, you might have thought it was gross and disgusting, which is what I thought of it. But in the taro and ube in this confection is very yummy, because I did try a couple of these. Is this the one that's open? No. I might crunch one for you if I find the open package. Anyway, in a future video, okay? So those are yummy. She brought me some fruit drinks. made by Nestle, but you don't really see these in the States. Nes Fruta, because this is Gaiobano, some kind of fruit I'm unfamiliar with. I don't know what that is. It looks like some kind of a cross between a kiwi and a melon or something. They've got a lot of exotic fruits in the Philippines because it's tropical. Everything tropical grows there like crazy. In fact, Joanne has an orchard someplace. Her family does. And they grow a bunch of fruits on that orchard and sell them. I think Dole Company or something is the one that buys the fruit and markets it. And they grow, you know, guavas and jackfruit and stuff like that there. So Nes Fruta, I haven't tried it yet, but I will. In upcoming videos, maybe I'll try one thing at a time as we go through different subjects like reading the paper or other topics, geography. I have so many of your requests, and I want to do them all, but it's going to take me a long time. So that looks interesting. I'm going to try when I want a fruity drink. What else do we have here? We have another flavor of Nes Fruta. You can hear the granules pouring around in the little bags. And this one is melon. It looks like cantaloupe, but I think it's a different kind of melon. So I'm going to try that at some point when I want a refreshing sort of fruit drink. Put that there. Next we have, and it's not all food stuff, by the way, I'm going to show you a couple other things. But this all looks yummy. Here we have some dried green mangoes. Now I've had many mangoes, but I've never had a green one, and I've never had a dried green one. I actually think I'm going to open this and try one right now. And I think that would not be too much sugar at once. It's, of course, Philippine brand, and it says home of the original mango. And what else does it say about this? It's made in Mandaue City in Cebu. A lot of the good fruit comes from Cebu, I notice. Mostly the mangoes, you know. So I will open this. Let's see what it looks like. It looks like it's kind of shredded and dried like that. And it's got a greenish tint to it. So we'll pull out a hunk of this. I will show you. We'll put the bag over there. I will show you up close. Well, this is healthy. They don't put a lot of sugar in it because it's naturally sweet, you know, being tropical. Better for me. That is very, very good, I must say. It has a slightly more tart flavor than the orange mangoes, or are they yellow? Anyway, I think I could snack on this all day long. There's a lot of fiber in this too, it's good for you. I'll put this piece aside for later, put it right there, and see what else we got here. We have I'm going to have to really meter these out to myself, one per day at the most. But they sure look yummy. We have Choco Mallows. And because I told Joanne these look so yummy on a video she made, she decided to bring me a little box. And so I'm going to try them. Chocolate covered marshmallow biscuits. You know, kind of like a moon pie, but it's smaller. So it'll be good for me because there's 6 of them in this little box. So if I have one in a day, that will not be very much sugar. They're not giant like those Nabisco mallow pies and things. All right, I can't wait to try this for dessert. By the way, we've been walking anywhere from 12 to 15,000 steps per day. So we're walking off all of our food and more. I have lost weight a little bit each day since Joanne got here. And that was part of what I asked her to do is, my throat's getting scratchy, I might have to whisper. I asked her to help me as a, kind of in a personal trainer mode. We can inspire each other, take long nature hikes. Oregon is great for that because there's trails everywhere. And they're beautiful trails. Pardon me for a moment, folks. I must grab the water bottle. Be right back. Here I come. All right. I can't talk too long this time of year without water. That's better. Okay. What's next that I want to show you? This is called Ogayabano, and it's also from Cebu. Another fruit that I'm anxious to try because I've never had it before. So it'll be interesting to try these new things. And let's see, this is of course also from the Philippines. Nutrition facts. I can have 10 pieces of this, it says, and it'll only be 145 calories. Of course, there's no fat or cholesterol, and there's, I thought there was only one house ghost. There might be 2 now. Anyway, that looks yummy. It's got a nice orange color to it. And so I'm anxious to try. You know what? I'm going to try a piece right now, even though I already had a piece of the green mango. Yes, I love it. I love the green mango. So let's open this one. I'll show you. Beautiful orange color. How do you pronounce this? Guyabano. I pronounced it wrong. I never had any. Looks a little bit like a kiwi, but I don't know what it will taste like. Okay, so, but it doesn't have the same color as a kiwi. Okay. You don't like this kind? You know, it's really yummy. It tastes like, kind of like an apricot. Yeah. It's very similar to an apricot. So, I don't know what the fresh fruit would taste like, but I really like this dried version. Now I'm going to have enough stuff to get fiber for a month. So, that's yummy. And I have also, I already showed you the pyramids that she got me in another video. What are those called? Yama. So that was another thing I got. But here we have some sweet delights. I think Joanna's a sweet delight. That's my biased opinion. But most of her subbies think so too. So I'm not alone in that opinion. Okay. Sweet delights. And this is polvoron, which is a shortbread cookie made with milk powder. Perfect gift for any occasion. And yeah, I will try this when I'm in the correct mood. I'll try it with something when I want to cleanse my palate with a good little cookie. Alright? Now, another sip of water, I think. Pardon the yakking birds in the background. It's nice to have the nature sounds here all the time, but they can get kind of loud in an ASMR video because my camera boosts the sound of anything that's not normalized. And so, as I've explained, next up I have some really cool little goodies that she brought me. First I will show you, and for some people this would be a very pleasing ASMR-ish sound. This is wind chime, and it's very windy here in the afternoons. So I can make a cable to hang this up outside on my deck. I've showed you my back deck many times, and this will make a very pleasant tingling sound. So I really like that, because I don't have any wind chimes right now. Eventually I'm going to get or make some wooden ones too, because I kind of like the sound of those ones that sound sort of Asian with the bamboo, you know. But I really like this. That's great. Put that over here. Did I show you my chain? Yes, I did show you my chain. Okay. Then we have... This is kind of like an interesting sort of dog tag thing. If you know what the service guys wear that they call dog tags. And you can put your name and age and anything else important on it. Inscribe it on here. Like an ID thing, you know. And it has some interesting motifs. It's got a little cross on there, right there, and a couple of circles. Since there's two of them, I take that as kind of like a relationship symbol. Two of us, you know, together. You know, in a good relationship, in a very good relationship, what you want to have is this arrangement. You want a specific identity out here that doesn't change, and an identity out here that doesn't change, and then the relationship is the mix in the middle, where both of you are mixing your identities together. So you end up with really three. You retain your individual identity, you have a blended identity. I'm talking about a romantic relationship, of course, not some other kind. You have a blended identity in the middle there, and then another individual identity. So you don't overwhelm each other and cease to exist as an independent person, but you also have a together identity. So this is Philippine leather here, okay, made there. Another item from there, and see, she really went all out, and she's saying to me, "Oh, I thought I brought more. This doesn't seem like enough." And my eyes are rolling because I'm thinking, wow, are you kidding me? I haven't gotten this many gifts for Christmas since even when I was a kid from 58 people, let alone one person who has to haul it all from, you know, all the way across the Pacific Ocean. But so she was very kind and generous here. She also brought me a DSLR camera, which I will show you in some future video when I learn how to use it properly, because that will be a great tool for ASMR and for photography. So it's always nice if you do ASMR videos to have a variety of tools in your toolbox. And DSLRs have some advantages in that they have a great lens system, a much larger and more accurate lens if you want sharp details, colors, you know, and that kind of thing for HD. Now, she also brought me this refrigerator magnet that is like a little whale guy with little artifacts from the Philippines in it, a piece of coral and a little shell and stuff like that. Looking at them, you have to be happy, right? So if you're down and you look at this, you can't help but feel a little bit better. So I will put this on my refrigerator after this video is over. I'm going to put it down here for now. Last but definitely not least, because I am an avid coffee drinker and I have very few coffee cups, just a couple. She brought me this Philippines coffee cup, and you can see like a scene on here that would be typical of being out in the provinces, riding on, they don't call that a water buffalo that he's using for farming or pulling that cart. They call it a what is the word? There's animal that looks like an elk in Canada and northern areas, and I can't remember the name of it. And what they call this is very similar, but now I don't remember the name. I'm going to have to ask her. But what is interesting about this coffee cup is that it's made out of the ash from the Mount Pinatubo eruption, that huge eruption that happened, I don't know, 15 or 20 years ago now, that devastated an entire, you know, villages and stuff. There were a few hundred people that died, and many were made homeless. But it was one of the biggest eruptions in modern history. It was such a huge eruption that it actually changed the weather of the entire planet for over a year because of the amount and volume of ash it put up into the upper atmosphere in the jet stream. You know, 30, 40, 50,000 feet up, and it stayed up there for over a year before it all slowly came back to Earth. And that blocked so much sunlight that it dropped planetary temperatures for about a degree for the following year. So anyway, this is the ash that was then molded into like a rock substance, a rock type substance. It's hard now. And then glazed, of course. So I'm going to use, after I wash this, I'm going to use this as my favorite coffee cup in the future. You'll probably see me sipping from it in future videos. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed this video. It's my first one since coming back home to the coast, but I will make many more in the coming weeks and months, and I will try to get around to some of your requests, you know. So if you think, he's ignoring all our requests, I'm really not. And by the way, if I don't get to every person's comment and respond to it, rest assured I do read them all. So I don't always have time to respond. Yeah. Joanne's gonna make videos here too, and occasionally we will collaborate on one. So anyway, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you like McBong and like other female ASMR artists who are very authentic and real and don't hold anything back, then watch Joanne's videos at Scorpio NYT. Maybe I'll remember to write it here on the bottom of the screen if I actually watch my video all the way through. Oh wait, let's do my trick that reminds me. If I do a pause cut, then I remember I have something I wanted to write there, so that helps me remember. All right, everybody, you have a good day. Don't ASMR and drive. Until next time, bye-bye.